Federation base floated silently at the edge of the asteroid belt. Huge rocks drifted past the metal walls, and the cold of space pressed against the reinforced glass. Inside, soldiers moved quickly, checking weapons and preparing their ships. Captain Luke Harper walked down the corridor, his boots echoing. He inspected each squad, making sure everyone was ready. The tension was high. They had received orders from Queen Claire herself. The Federation was under threat, and this remote base was the first line of defense. Queen Claire appeared on the holographic screen in the main command room. Her voice was firm and clear. She knew that the soldiers looked to her for courage. "The enemy is approaching," she said. "Hey. They will attack our supply routes. You must hold your ground. Lives depend on you." Her eyes scanned the room. Even through the screen, her determination inspired the men and women who stood ready to fight. Taylor Young, a sergeant, nodded to the soldiers in his squad. "We do not fall today," he said, his voice strong. "We fight for the Federation. We fight for our people." Outside, the asteroid field offered cover but also danger. Ships had to navigate through the rocks carefully. Any mistake could destroy a ship and everyone inside. Lieutenant Sammy Carter checked her scanners. "I see movement," she said. "Enemy ships are coming closer." Alarms rang through the base. Soldiers ran to their stations. Weapons powered up. Shields glowed blue along the hull. Every soldier knew that the battle would test them like never before. Private Ryan Cole had been silent in the corner. He was a young man with sharp eyes and steady hands. He had volunteered for a dangerous mission. It would be the sniper hidden in the asteroid belt. From there, he could strike enemy ships without being seen. Captain Luke walked over to him. "It's your chance, Ryan," he said. "We need every shot to count. One mistake could cost lives." Ryan nodded. He already knew. He had trained for this. Every day, he had imagined this moment. Now, it was real. Soldiers checked their weapons again. Mo loaded, shields ready, engines fueled, the base hummed with preparation. Queen Claire watched from her screen. She knew the enemy was strong, but she also knew that her people were stronger when they fought together. "Remember your training," she said. "Trust each other. No one fights alone." Her words carried through the comms. They gave strength to soldiers who felt fear. They reminded them why they fought. The first signs of the enemy appeared as small dots on the radar. Ships moved in formation, silent and deadly. Captain Luke called the squads to their positions. "Stay sharp. Do not let them get close," he said. "Protect the base. Protect each other." Soldiers climbed into their pods and fighter ships. Engines roared as they prepared to launch. Taylor stayed behind, coordinating movements from the command room. His fingers moved quickly over the controls. He guided the ships through the asteroid field, giving them cover and warning them of danger. Ryan floated among the rocks, hidden in a small crevice. His rifle was ready. Watch the enemy ships carefully. Every detail mattered. Distance, the speed, the angle of the shots. He whispered to himself. For the Federation, the soldiers. He took a deep breath. Then he fired the first shot. The laser hit its mark, taking out a small fighter. Alarms sounded on the enemy ships. Confusion spread. Ryan continued calm and precise. Each shot protected a soldier. Each shot changed the battle. Inside the base, Captain Luke saw the impact of the sniper. "We are not alone," he said. "Someone is helping us. Someone is fighting for us." Taylor smiled, proud of the hidden sniper. Soldiers felt hope. Queen Claire watched silently. She knew that one person could change everything. One person could make the difference between life and death. She trusted Ryan, and now Ryan was proving that human skill, courage, and determination could challenge the enemy in ways they never expected. The battle had begun, but the Federation soldiers were ready. The asteroid belt became a deadly game of strategy. Each side tested the other, yet among the chaos, hope burned bright. Ryan, the hidden sniper, had taken his place. The soldiers fought bravely, following orders, trusting each other, and protecting their home. Queen Claire led with strength and courage, and in the shadows, one young man held the key to the survival of many. The enemy fleet moved closer, filling the radar screens with fast-moving shapes. Captain Luke Harper stood at the command center, watching every movement. He barked orders to the squads. "Stay in formation. Do not break ranks. Cover each other." Soldiers ran to their stations, their faces serious. The tension in the room was heavy. Every second counted. They knew that one wrong move could cost lives. Private Ryan Cole floated in the shadows of the asteroid belt. His rifle was steady. He scanned the enemy ships carefully. His eyes were sharp, and his hands did not shake. Each target he saw, he calculated the distance, the speed, and the angle. He whispered under his breath, one shot at a time. Then he fired. A laser beam streaked across the void and struck an enemy fighter. It spun out of control and crashed into a small asteroid. Ryan moved to another position, staying hidden, watching the next targets. Inside the base, Sergeant Taylor Young coordinated the defense. He spoke through the comms, giving instructions to pilots. Watch your left flank. Keep moving behind the rocks. Do not let them pin you down. He checked every ship, every weapon system, and every shield. Soldiers followed his orders, trusting his judgment. The base was a hive of activity. Alarms flashed red and lights blinked as enemy ships fired their weapons. Queen Claire appeared on the main screen. Her face was calm but determined. She spoke to the soldiers and officers. Focus, fight together. Every one of you matters. We can turn this battle if we work as one. Her presence gave the soldiers courage. Could see that their queen was not afraid. She had trained with them. She knew the risks, and she was willing to lead. Her confidence inspired them to fight harder. Ryan spotted a group of enemy ships trying to flank the base. He calculated the angle. He fired one precise shot after another. One fighter exploded and another spun into the void. The enemy ships became confused. They tried to regroup, but Ryan stayed patient. He did not rush. He knew that one mistake could reveal his position. He moved silently from one asteroid to another, always hidden, always ready. Captain Luke watched the results on his screen. Good work, sniper, he said quietly. He knew someone was helping them, but he did not know who. He trusted the shots were saving soldiers from death. His pilots gained confidence, knowing they had cover. Taylor smiled at the comms, proud of the unseen sniper. The soldiers felt hope. They had been tense and nervous, but now they had an advantage. Suddenly, one enemy fighter broke through the defense line. It fired a powerful beam at a small supply ship. The soldiers inside struggled to escape. Ryan saw the attack. He aimed quickly and fired. The laser hit the enemy ship, disabling it. The supply ship moved to safety. Inside the base, the crew cheered quietly. They knew the sniper was the reason their comrades survived. Queen Claire watched the battle closely. She gave orders for reinforcements. Send the interceptors to the left flank. Protect the supply ships. Keep pressure on the enemy. Her decisions were fast and clear. Soldiers acted quickly. The enemy could not predict their moves. The combination of the Queen's strategy and the sniper-esque precision created chaos in the enemy ranks. As the battle continued, Ryan saw more targets, focused on the officers in the enemy ships. Each one he struck caused confusion and slowed their attack. The enemy did not understand how one human could hit so many targets from the shadows. Ryan's concentration never wavered. Every shot saved lives. Every shot changed the battle. Captain Luke called a brief meeting over the comms. Hold your positions. Keep calm. Protect the base. Trust each other. Soldiers listened and followed the orders. The teamwork between pilots, soldiers, and the sniper was strong. Each person played a part. The base survived attack after attack. Ryan continued to move through the asteroid field, hidden and deadly. His presence gave the Federation soldiers a chance to survive and fight back. By the end of the day, the first wave of enemy ships was destroyed or retreating. Federation soldiers were tired but alive. Queen Claire addressed them through the comms. You did well. Your courage and skills saved lives today. Remember, we fight together. Humanity can face any challenge. Ryan moved to a new position in the asteroid belt, ready for the next attack. He knew that the battle was far from over, yet he also knew that every shot he fired could change the fate of the soldiers and the Federation. The Federation soldiers had held the base through the first wave, but the enemy was regrouping. Captain Luke Harper moved along the corridors, checking on squads. His face was tense. He knew the next wave would be stronger. He spoke to Sergeant Taylor Young and the pilots. We cannot relax. It will come back harder. Stay sharp and follow orders. The soldiers nodded. Everyone felt the weight of the fight. but they also felt hope. They had survived so far, and they had the sniper helping them. Private Ryan Cole watched the enemy from his hidden spot among the asteroids. He adjusted his rifle and scanned the battlefield. The enemy ships moved like predators. He calculated their speed, distance, and the angle for every shot. One by one, he fired. Lasers streaked across space and hit their marks. The enemy commander yelled orders, but the shots kept coming. Da-da-da-da. Ryan moved silently to another crevice, keeping himself hidden. Every second mattered. One wrong move could reveal him and destroy the advantage they had gained. Inside the base, Lieutenant Sammy Carter guided the interceptors through the asteroid field. She spoke over the comms. Left flank moving forward. Hold position near the rocks. Keep your eyes open. Pilots maneuvered carefully, using the terrain to hide from enemy fire. Taylor coordinated reinforcements and guided injured soldiers to safe zones. The base was full of noise and tension, but soldiers acted quickly and efficiently. They trusted their leaders and each other. Queen Claire watched the battle from her command center. She studied the enemy formation and gave precise orders. Split the attack. Distract them from the supply ships. Protect your comrades. Every soldier counts. Her voice carried through the comms and reached every fighter and soldier. She had trained with them, and her presence inspired confidence. The soldiers knew that their queen understood the stakes. Her strategy was clear, and it gave them direction. Ryan spotted a squad of enemy ships moving to ambush the Federation pilots. He adjusted his aim and fired with precision. One officer was hit, and the remaining ships faltered. Panic spread among the enemy pilots. They did not know where the sniper was or how many shots he could make. Ryan continued to move from one asteroid to another, never revealing his location. His calm and focus saved lives repeatedly. Captain Luke observed the effects of the sniper on the enemy. "We are gaining ground," he said. His pilots nodded and pressed forward. The Federation ships pushed back, firing their weapons with renewed confidence. The soldiers on the base cheered quietly when they saw enemy ships destroyed by the sniper. Morale grew stronger with each victory. Taylor moved quickly, checking communications and adjusting defense positions. Teamwork kept the base intact. The enemy commander decided to try a new strategy. They sent fast attack ships to target the supply ships. The Federation soldiers were ready. Ryan focused on the new targets, fired one shot then another, taking out the attackers before they could harm the supply ships. Captain Luke ordered the pilots to move closer, using the sniper shots as cover. Federation soldiers moved with precision and courage, relying on each other. Queen Claire gave additional orders for the soldiers to protect the flanks. She emphasized unity and coordination. "Every move matters," she said. "Watch your team. Watch the enemy. Act together." The soldiers responded quickly, using her instructions to strengthen their defense. The enemy struggled to maintain their formation. Each plan they made was disrupted by Federation strategy and the hidden sniper. As the battle continued, Ryan saw an opportunity. A group of enemy ships was clustering near an asteroid. He calculated the perfect shot and fired. The blast destroyed 2 ships instantly. The remaining enemy ships scattered in confusion. Captain Luke and Taylor coordinated a counterattack, pressing the advantage. Federation soldiers fought with courage and skill. The combination of leadership, strategy, and precise shooting was overwhelming the enemy. At the end of the day, the Federation soldiers had held the base again. They were exhausted, but their spirits were high. Queen Claire addressed them through the comms. "You have fought with courage. You have saved lives. Trust each other and stay strong. Humanity will not fall." Ryan moved to a new position in the asteroid field, ready for the next wave. He knew that his work was far from over. The battle would continue, and every shot he took could determine the fate of the Federation soldiers. The Federation soldiers had held the base through multiple attacks, but the danger was far from over. A squad of soldiers on the outer perimeter came under heavy fire from fast enemy ships. Captain Luke Harper watched the monitors, clenched his fists. "They are trapped. We need to help them," he said. Sergeant Taylor Young nodded. "I will guide reinforcements. Keep the perimeter covered." Soldiers ran to their pods and ships, preparing to move through the dangerous asteroid field. Private Ryan Cole saw the trapped squad from his hidden position. His heart pounded, but his hands were steady. He took aim at the enemy ships that were firing at the squad. Each shot was calculated with precision. One enemy ship was hit, spinning into the void. Another laser struck the second ship, forcing it to retreat. The trapped soldiers began to move, following the path cleared by Ryan's shots. Queen Claire monitored the battle from her command center. She knew the risk of sending more soldiers to rescue the trapped squad. "We cannot lose them," she said. "Send support and coordinate carefully." She gave clear instructions to the reinforcements. Lieutenant Sammy Carter guided the new ships through the asteroid field, using every rock and shadow for cover. Pilots followed her directions carefully, avoiding enemy fire and staying close to the trapped soldiers. The trapped squad moved cautiously, keeping behind rocks and debris. They saw flashes of laser fire from the sniper. Hope filled their hearts. One soldier whispered, "We are not alone." Ryan moved from position to position, staying hidden, taking out enemies that threatened the squad. His calm and focus saved the lives of many. Each shot he fired changed the flow of the battle. Captain Luke ordered more defense measures for the base. Protect the base while the squad retreats. Do not let the enemy gain ground. Taylor organized teams to cover entrances and exits. Every soldier worked together. Teamwork was their strongest weapon. The enemy had numbers, but the Federation soldiers had skill, courage, and coordination. Queen Claire gave orders to the pilots to strike the enemy from unexpected angles, surprise them, force them to divide their forces, protect the squad at all costs. Her strategy worked. The enemy ships became confused, unable to concentrate on a single target. Ryan saw the opening and fired precise shots at the enemy officers. Their loss caused more confusion and slowed their attack. The squad reached a safe zone near the base. They thanked Ryan silently, knowing that his presence had saved their lives. Captain Luke checked on them. "Good work. You made it because of teamwork and courage," he said. Taylor smiled, proud of the soldiers and the sniper. Morale among the Federation soldiers was high. They had faced death and survived, and they knew they could continue to fight. Ryan moved to a new position among the asteroids. He scanned the enemy ships, planning his next shots. Every target mattered. He fired quickly and accurately, disabling enemy fighters and protecting more Federation soldiers. His skill made him almost invisible, and the enemy feared him without knowing who he was. Queen Claire watched closely as the battle continued. She adjusted her orders constantly, responding to every movement of the enemy. "Keep pressure on them. Protect our ships and soldiers. Trust your training," she said. Her leadership was steady and confident. The soldiers followed her words and moved with purpose. Captain Luke and Taylor coordinated a counterattack while Ryan covered them from the shadows. The Federation soldiers moved with precision and courage. Each strike they made caused more damage to the enemy. The asteroid field became a deadly maze for the invaders. Ryan's sniper shots and the soldiers' skill turned the tide again. By the end of the engagement, the trap squad was safe, and the enemy was forced to retreat. Federation soldiers breathed heavily, but felt proud. Queen Claire spoke through the comms. "You have fought bravely. You have saved lives. Humanity can face the greatest challenges when we act together." Ryan moved silently through the asteroids, ready for the next attack. He knew that every shot he took could protect lives and change the fate of the Federation soldiers. The enemy commander realized that the Federation sniper was causing chaos in their ranks. He ordered elite attack ships to locate and destroy the hidden sniper. Captain Luke Harper saw the change in enemy tactics. He called the pilots to attention. "They are coming for the sniper. Stay alert. Cover all angles." The pilots nodded. They trusted Ryan even though they had never seen him. The base prepared for a dangerous and clever attack. Private Ryan Cole noticed the enemy maneuvering differently. He knew they had discovered his presence. He adjusted his position, moving through the shadows of the asteroids. He scanned every ship, every movement. Each shot he took had to count. One wrong calculation could reveal him and destroy the advantage he had maintained for the Federation soldiers. He whispered to himself, "Focus. Protect them." Inside the base, Sergeant Taylor Young guided reinforcements. He directed soldiers to move into safer positions while also monitoring the perimeter. Lieutenant Sammy Carter guided fighter pilots to intercept enemy ships approaching from unexpected directions. The coordination between soldiers and pilots was precise. Every movement had a purpose. Enemy faced a defense that was unpredictable and deadly. Queen Claire watched closely. Her strategy was clear. She used distraction and deception to divide the enemy forces. Split them up. Force them to make mistakes. Protect the base, she ordered. The soldiers followed her instructions without hesitation. Her presence gave strength to every fighter, pilot, and soldier on the base. She led by example, showing courage and determination even in the face of overwhelming odds. Ryan spotted a group of elite enemy fighters closing in on his position. He took a deep breath and fired. One officer was eliminated instantly. Another fighter was disabled and sent spinning into an asteroid. The remaining enemy ships faltered, unable to continue their attack with the same strength. Ryan moved to a new position, always hidden, always ready. His calm and skill saved lives repeatedly. Captain Luke and Taylor took the opportunity to launch a counterattack. They led their pilots in coordinated strikes. Federation fighters moved quickly, using the asteroid field as cover. They hit the enemy from unexpected directions, creating chaos. The combination of strategy, skill, and timing overwhelmed the enemy forces. Each strike weakened the enemy, giving the Federation soldiers more confidence. Queen Claire gave orders to focus on the enemy command ship. We take out their leaders, we take out their strategy. Every soldier, stay focused. We can win this. Her decision was brave, but calculated. Soldiers prepared for a direct assault while the sniper continued to weaken the enemy from the shadows. The balance of power was slowly shifting. Ryan noticed a cluster of enemy officers on the command ship. He took careful aim. Each shot hit its mark. Confusion spread among the enemy ranks. Their communication broke down, and attacks became uncoordinated. Captain Luke and Taylor pressed forward, striking with precision. Federation soldiers fought with courage and determination. Every move they made brought them closer to victory. The enemy tried a final attack. Their ships moved quickly, attempting to flank the base and destroy the supply lines. Ryan adjusted his aim. One by one, he disabled their ships, protecting the base and the retreating Federation forces. Pilots followed his guidance, using every advantage they had. Teamwork and skill turned the tide again. By the end of the battle, the enemy had been forced to retreat. Federation soldiers were exhausted, but they were alive. Captain Luke, Taylor, and Queen Claire acknowledged the courage and skill of everyone involved. The hidden sniper had proven that one human could change the outcome of a fight. Orion moved silently to a new position, ready for the next wave. He knew that the enemy would return, but the Federation soldiers had learned that courage, precision, and strategy could overcome even the deadliest threats. The enemy had retreated, but Captain Luke Harper knew it was only a matter of time before they returned. He walked through the corridors of the base, checking on the soldiers. Fatigue showed on their faces, but determination remained. "We cannot let our guard down," he said. Sergeant Taylor Young nodded. "We rebuild, we regroup, and we prepare. It will not catch us unready." The soldiers followed orders, repairing damaged ships and reloading weapons. Private Ryan Cole floated silently in the asteroid belt. His rifle was ready. It moved to a higher vantage point, overlooking the enemy's previous positions. Every movement, every scan mattered. He knew the enemy would be back, stronger and smarter. We whispered, "They will not break us." His eyes scanned for targets. Each shot he fired before the next attack would determine the fate of the Federation soldiers. Queen Claire observed the entire battle through her command screens. She had studied the enemy's tactics and predicted their moves. She gave instructions clearly and decisively. "We control the battlefield. We use every rock and shadow. Every soldier must act as one unit." Her voice carried through the comms, inspiring confidence. Soldiers moved with precision, following her orders and coordinating with the pilots and the sniper. Inside the base, Lieutenant Sammy Carter guided the pilots. Left flank ready. Cover the supply lines. Intercept the enemy as they approach. She monitored every movement on the radar. Pilots maneuvered carefully through the asteroid field, using rocks for cover and watching for traps. Taylor coordinated soldiers on the ground, preparing them to respond to any sudden strikes. Teamwork was the strongest weapon they had. The enemy appeared once more, advancing in formation.
Ryan focused on the officers and elite fighters first.
He fired one precise shot after another, disabling key ships before they could reach the base. The enemy commander cursed, realizing they were walking into a trap. Ryan moved carefully from one asteroid to another, staying hidden and deadly. His calm and skill saved lives again. Captain Luke ordered a preemptive strike on the approaching enemy. Federation fighters moved quickly, attacking from unexpected directions. The enemy ships became confused and uncoordinated. Every shot from Ryan and the pilots disrupted their plans. Taylor guided soldiers to block entrances and protect key areas. The base became a fortress, defended by strategy, skill, and courage. Queen Claire made a bold decision. We take the fight to their command ship. If we eliminate their leaders, the enemy will collapse. She directed pilots and soldiers in a coordinated attack. The enemy could not respond effectively. Confusion spread through their ranks. Ryan identified the officers on the command ship and fired. Disabling the leaders and further breaking the enemy's coordination, the Federation soldiers pressed their advantage. Pilots moved in formation, destroying weakened enemy ships. Soldiers on the base fired at any enemy that came close. Ryan continued his sniper work, covering every angle. The enemy had no chance to regroup. The combination of strategy, bravery, and precision overwhelmed them. A final wave of enemy fighters attempted to strike the Federation's supply ships. Ryan targeted the leading officers, causing panic. Federation pilots intercepted the rest, using the asteroid field for cover. Soldiers on the base reinforced the perimeter. The enemy attack failed completely. Captain Luke and Taylor coordinated a counterattack, forcing the remaining enemy ships to retreat. At the end of the engagement, Federation soldiers were exhausted but victorious. Queen Claire addressed them through the comms. Today you showed courage and skill. You defended our people. Humanity can overcome the greatest challenges when we work together. Ryan floated silently in the asteroid belt, scanning for threats. He knew the battle might continue, but for now, the Federation soldiers had regained control. Every shot he had taken, every plan executed, had saved lives and changed the fate of the soldiers. The battlefield was quiet now. The enemy ships had retreated, and the Federation soldiers took a moment to breathe. Captain Luke Harper walked through the base, checking on every soldier. Faces were tired and dirty, but determination shone in their eyes. "You did well," he said. "Every life saved today is because of your courage and skill." Sergeant Taylor Young nodded. "We fought together, and that is why we survived." Soldiers felt pride and relief. They had faced death and survived. Private Ryan Cole floated in his hidden spot in the asteroid belt. He watched the last retreating enemy ships. His rifle was steady, but he relaxed his grip. He had done what he set out to do. Every shot he fired had protected Federation soldiers. He had changed the tide of battle. Ryan moved slowly among the asteroids, scanning for any hidden threats, but he knew the immediate danger had passed. Queen Claire appeared on the command screen. Her face showed relief, but her voice remained strong. "Today, you showed the strength of humanity. One person, one soldier, can make a difference. Every human here proved that courage, skill, and unity can overcome any enemy." Her words inspired the soldiers further. They knew that their efforts were recognized. They felt part of something larger than themselves. Captain Luke addressed the pilots and ground soldiers. "We will repair the base, check our weapons, and be ready for the next attack. But remember, you have proven that together we are unstoppable." Pilots nodded. They checked their ships and prepared for the possibility of future battles. Soldiers moved through the corridors, sharing water and food, speaking quietly to each other about the bravery they had witnessed. Ryan observed the battlefield from above. He thought about the soldiers he had protected and the lives saved. He had remained hidden, but he had been a guardian. His actions had given the soldiers time and space to fight back and win. He felt a quiet pride in what he had accomplished. Every precise shot had mattered. Every decision had saved lives. Captain Luke and Taylor discussed the future strategy of the base. "We need to strengthen defenses and train for every possible scenario," Luke said. Taylor agreed. "We cannot let our guard down. The enemy will return, but we will be ready." Their plan included better coordination, new positions for snipers, and stronger protection for supply ships. The Federation soldiers were preparing for a long-term fight, confident in their skills and unity. Queen Claire gave orders for recognition and honor. She instructed that the soldiers who had fought bravely be celebrated, and that the hidden sniper's role be remembered. Human courage and determination cannot be measured by weapons alone, she said. It is measured by skill, focus, and the willingness to protect others. Her words made every soldier feel proud and valued. They had all contributed to victory, but they also knew that one person could make the difference in critical moments. As the Federation soldiers worked to repair the base and secure the area, Ryan moved to a final position among the asteroids. He looked at the stars above. The battle had changed many lives, but humanity had survived and thrived. The Federation soldiers had proven their skill and courage. The Queen's leadership had guided them, and the hidden sniper had ensured their survival. Captain Luke and Taylor gathered the soldiers to acknowledge the work done. "We have shown what humans can do when we act together," Luke said. "We have faced death and won. Never forget this moment." Soldiers stood tall, proud of what they had achieved. Ryan listened silently, knowing he had played a crucial role. He had been unseen, but his actions would be remembered. Queen Claire sent a final message. Humanity will continue to face challenges. But today, one person changed the fate of many. Remember the courage, remember the skill, and remember the unity that made this victory possible. Federation soldiers cheered quietly, feeling inspired. Ryan looked down at the base from his position. The asteroid sniper had completed his mission. He had changed the future of the Federation soldiers. And humanity had proven that courage, skill, and determination could overcome even the deadliest threats.